Hey guys, it's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. So I made a video earlier this like day, about like 2 hours ago, and then I noticed it didn't have any audio, as in my microphone was not recording. So I'm just gonna do a little recap again on last weeks of trading. Overall, I did pretty well, hit my goal essentially almost every single day, except for on Friday. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about my best practices and kind of like a mistake that I made, and then kind of what to expect for this upcoming week. So I do have a couple questions that I'm going to answer. I'm going to cut the video a little short just because I'm making it so late. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to share my screen, talk to you guys about how I traded NUGT. I traded it 4 out of the 5 days, and overall did very well, I believe, when it came to trading NUGT, when it came to percentage or just like return on percentage. Alrighty. So this is NUGT. This is a 1-year analysis on it. Again, it is a gold company, so realistically, what I do is, put the overall safety where it's at, and then draw the resistance. If you guys don't know what it is that I'm using, I am using Fidelity as my brokerage company to do my technical analysis. This happened, this huge drop on gold or NUGT happened after the election, went from that real strong safety around that $12, $13 mark, and went below. Right now trading at that 769. I'm pretty much going to talk to you about how it's been trading for the past month. As you guys can see with the past month, after that huge drop it had from the $13 mark, it caught right around that 730 mark, and just understanding that there's a big strong resistance here at the $9 mark, and another resistance area right here at that $10 mark. So pretty much just looking at NUGT overall, you see there's a safety here. Hits 730, picks back up, drops back, hits 730, picks up, hits about $9, drops down, picks up at 730, hits $9, comes back down, coming now to that 730 mark. So pretty much what I'm expecting is, I actually thought it was going to catch at $8 as it did all of last week. At $8, I traded it within the past 5 days, and every single time I traded it, I caught it at 770 on, I believe, Monday, and ever since then, I've been catching it at $8 or like 8.20, and been riding it to the close to the $9 mark. So this week I'm pretty excited. Hopefully, I'm going to even out or average out a little bit more of my shares here at the lower 730 mark, and then just wait for that upward momentum to kick in to start buying back in. And then I'm expected to be selling around that 850 to 870 mark, as that it struggles to go to that $9 mark as it did just on Friday or Thursday. Really not expecting to do that within the first couple of days. So just gonna try to lock it in around the 850 to 860 mark, locking in at least my 10%. If you guys haven't seen any of my recap videos, my daily goal is $200, so roughly 8 to 10% every single time I trade. So again, depending on how much you guys are trading, that could be thousands of dollars, depending on the amount of you're willing to risk when it comes to trading. But just the base, when it comes to trading a stock, you want to understand like the trends, and the trend on this is based on the past month. Every time that it hits 730, it's been picking up, and tends to trade out right after and holds above $9, comes back at 730, and then goes to $9 and coming down to 730. So what do you expect? It's not something that you could essentially predict, but it's setting yourself up for success, and going by the 3 rules that we go by when it comes to being in a group of TechBet Solutions. So again, not holding a stock overnight. When it comes to a true penny stock, NUGT does not fall into that category, but that's just something that you can do. And then making sure you have your stop loss, so being able to control how much money you lose, as well as only trading stocks that you see 10% potential. So this stock, hoping to catch it around the 130 to 150 mark when it starts picking up, being able to ride it all the way, to the potential resistance at $9. You definitely have closer to a 20% potential or return on investment. So that's pretty much my analysis on NUGT and kind of like what I'm expecting to be trading. So I have all my alert sets, once it starts going down, and then once it starts picking up. And I'm going to have my limit orders ready to go. So I'm gonna have that on the TechBud Solutions GroupMe application. IDXG is one that was suggested by Kevin, and he wanted me to do a quick analysis. I do want to let you know that on this one itself, it is pretty high overall the past year, so it is definitely, I think, a pump and dump. I actually don't know exactly what's going on with IDXG. I technically do not think, based on a technical analysis, do not think this stock is going to hold very well above the $1 and, or at least even just the $1 mark. It tends to hold pretty well, around the 20-cent mark, but has been on a constant decline, to the lows of 7 cents. So with that, at least for me and my taste in stocks, this one's a little bit too volatile and the risk is too high for my taste. I personally am going to stay away from it. But it doesn't hurt setting alerts and kind of seeing, if it could break that $2 mark, it could go spiking up again. But most likely, just based on its history for the past year, most likely going to continue to drop down, and most likely to the 7 cents. So just trade this smart if you're going to be one that's going to be trading it. DRYS is one that we are trading this week. It's actually the only stock that I traded this week that I stop lossed out, which means that I cut my losses short. Based on this overall, just I actually did a 1-month analysis. Oh no, I guess it was a little bit more like this. So I actually determined a safety right here, and it was around the 150 mark, lows of 112, and I understood that there was a resistance right there. And then I understood that there was a safety. I mean, these were two safeties, and coming into it, like I saw that there was a strong safety around the 450 mark. Unfortunately, it dropped below, so I cut my losses short. I originally bought around like the 460 mark, cut my losses at 449, just because I knew when it dropped below that, that most likely it wasn't going to hold very well. And with that, it's been writing down. So I have my alerts set, once it starts picking up, as it does have a lot of margin, to make up all the way up to, resistance, just right here at the 625. And there's small little resistance areas as you see where it peaks out, kind of like right here. So just understanding that, again, setting yourself up for success, be smart about it. So make sure you see upward momentum, as in, once it like hits the bottom and you start seeing green candlesticks start staircasing and you see like, upward momentum like that, then make the decision, on when to properly buy in to set yourself up for success. So again, no trader can predict essentially what stock is going to spike up or what stock is going to, essentially dip down. It's pretty much just kind of seeing, your odds when it comes to the trends and the history of the stock itself, doing a little technical analysis on based on trends, what tends to happen at certain price points, and again, setting yourself for success. So understanding your risk and understanding the stock itself, and doing the best that you can when it comes to just putting your money in the right stock, and you hope that it appreciates. That is pretty much going to be my quick technical analysis on the stocks that we traded the past week. So if you guys haven't done so already, I'll put a link so you guys can actually click on the videos that I did on recaps on. I've been hitting my daily goal of $200 a day when it comes to trading, and they're really fun videos. So I hope I can continue making them. It seems to be helping most of you guys out, and that's really just it. So I'm gonna be having like pretty cool videos for you guys this upcoming week. It's gonna have to do more with like the supercars and stuff like that. But I'm gonna do vlogging, kind of like there's a bunch of YouTubers out there that produce a bunch of content that's like their day-to-day vlog, and they have a very like extravagant lifestyle. Mine's kind of like a little bit more boring. Like trading is looked as like a kind of like a glorified thing. It's actually a very boring, like kind of like that's why I only do it for 2 hours. That's when I'm most productive, and those are the peak hours. So after that, um, I'm in the process of buying my third investment property, closing the 2016 with my third house. So I kind of wanted to vlog that whole process, maybe make like 5 parts for that video on for you guys, that young entrepreneurs that want to have a better understanding of how it works, and what the obstacles someone might encounter at a young age, and kind of just some guidance when it comes to if that's something that you guys would be interested in. You know, I'd definitely like to make videos that are a little bit more, um, I don't know how to exactly say it, but it's just that has to do with a little bit more material that I feel that can benefit someone and kind of influence someone to um, try to be a little bit more successful. Um, so that's really just it. Hopefully, that's something that you guys would be interested in. And I'll be taking you guys at like the open houses, kind of like when I'm like the closing and stuff like that, and talk to you guys about the obstacles and kind of my team and what it is that we do exactly. So hopefully you guys find that somewhat interesting. Again, I'm 21 years old, so I feel like not a lot of YouTubers that are 21 are necessarily at least vlogging about this type of content. So hopefully it's somewhat unique and it's something that interests some of you. And then we're going to be having really cool card videos that have to do with something with Christmas. So I'll leave that for later. So if you guys can like and subscribe and let me know what you guys liked or disliked about this video, and if you think anyone would benefit from this video or the material that we expressed, um, feel free to share it, as we'd greatly appreciate it. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, click on the link down below, and we'd be happy to help you out if you have any questions. So again, TechWitch Solutions is a free group, and we do just teach the fundamentals of trading. So entrepreneurs all over the world. So if you guys would like to be a part of it, and then click on the link to join for free on Facebook. Take care, guys, and happy Sunday. Let's make sure we start the week on a green note.